Hey champs, welcome back. It's Lorena. Today we're here with our recent favorites. Yes, I am saying recent because it's not just October, September. I think I haven't done a favorite since like July or August. So it's been a while since I shared the goodies with you guys, but I figured why not give you some updates on products and just on what I've been loving. So with that said, let's hop into the favorites. First off, I'm kind of just grab stuff that's on my desk. I'm really not going to go in order. Optical Illusion primer from Urban Decay. I mentioned this months ago when I first got it, and I really love this. I mean, look at this. It's almost out. It's like way at the top. I'm so sad about it. And you know what? A good indicator of my loving a product is my finishing it within the calendar year. Like, I never finish a primer. I've had some of these primers for way too long, and honestly, some of them gotta go. But this one could stay. Like, this one I just couldn't stop using. I love the way it smooths my skin. Doesn't make my skin super oily or tacky. I have oily combo, real oily skin in the summertime, and this really worked for me. It has smoothing properties, rosehip and argan oil, and it is supposed to be pore perfecting. I give out to the fact that yes, it does smooth your skin real nice. So I've been using this a ton. Again, I'm almost out. I'm real sad about it, but excuse me. I have a ton of other primers, so I'm not going to be repurchasing anytime soon, just because I need to work through the collection, but that one I am sad to see it go. So, I've been loving that primer. For foundations, I have two. The one that really surprised me was actually the Bare Minerals Blemish Ready. I think I've mentioned this before. I've loved it and hated it in the past, and this summer it just really worked for me. I kind of always had that idea, like most people, that like a powder foundation isn't going to give you coverage. This baby gives you really pretty stinking good coverage. So on days when it was like really hot or I was feeling real oily and I still need to wear a full face for work, this is what I reached for, and it worked really well. This, as well as my Sonia Kashuk Concealer Quad, which I had mentioned recently. I think in the Test of Time tag I mentioned that this concealer really surprised me by how much I needed it after I got rid of it. I'd had it for the longest time, kind of took it for granted, didn't really use it. Used it up earlier this year in my Project Pan, and after that was done, I was like, I actually really miss that color correcting color, especially this one here. I have actually been using this as an under eye concealer quite a lot since I repurchased it, and honestly guys, I already hit pan on here. You guys won't be able to see, but I can see that I hit pan on that color, so that just goes to show how much I love this. But I have been using like this primer, this to like spot conceal, and then my Blemish Ready. And it's been a great combo for me this summer. Again, on days when I had to wear a full face, but I didn't really feel like wearing anything liquid because it was too hot. It got real hot this summer. It was 106 in October still here in Southern California. Like, so these were like lifesavers. This little trio right here got me through pretty much the whole summer. So, been loving those. But towards the end of summer, I did actually get a foundation in gratis from Sephora. This is the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation, and I've heard mixed reviews, just like every other foundation in the world. So we were actually given the choice between this and the 12-hour Amazonian Clay Foundation to receive for gratis, and I chose this one because I've used the 12-hour one, and I feel like it's too thick and heavy for my taste. I prefer a more medium coverage foundation, and this is what I'm wearing now. I actually really like it. It's really comfy, doesn't slip and slide, doesn't make me too oily, hasn't broken me out. It's just like a nice everyday decent medium coverage foundation. Doesn't get cakey, doesn't get oily, just works really nicely on my skin. So that surprised me too, because again, I heard most oily people saying like it's really not good for oily skin. It works just fine with me, so I think you have to play around and test things out yourself. That's definitely a favorite though. So there you have most of the complexion stuff. One more that I want to mention is this butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, because I never bronzed before I got this, because most bronzers were like Oompa Loompa orange on me, but this one is just cool enough that I don't have that problem. I've used it to the point where like the little ridges are actually flattened out, which says a lot for me. Look, it's not too deep. I can build it up. I can go in lightly. I just really, really like this. So as much as the hype kind of made me want to avoid it, I'm glad I finally caved because it's real nice. Sorry, my watch is going. Okay, two tools that I want to mention for the complexion. First off is this crown brush from the BoxyCharm collab. This makes that Tarte foundation just glide on. It makes any foundation just glide on like a dream. I love this thing. I really want to get more, but I can't invest in that right now, but I love it. The other one that I've been using as like a multitasker is this Expert Buffer Powder brush from the Icing. I've mentioned this before. I have 2 of these, but for some reason this one with the white wand with black little tube really caught my eye, and I've been using this to set my face, to bronze, for my blush. Like, I literally use this for everything. I kind of just wipe it on a tissue in between uses, but this is like my everyday must-have brush. So I can like pat it on my face with setting powder, brush that off, go in with my bronzer, brush it off, use my blush, like everything except highlight. I have been using this brush and I love it, and it's like $8 at the Icing, so love that. Alright, moving along. Let's do eyes next. Okay, so I had to repurchase this. It's my MAC. This is, how did I forget the name? Blanc type. I had mentioned before this was a go-to. Mine shattered a couple months ago, and I was waiting and waiting to replace it because I was like, I have other shadows similar to it. But now I realized I really don't. Like, this is my favorite all over the lid setting, priming, kind of brightening eyeshadow. I love this thing. I needed it in my life again, so I backed to MAC some stuff and I picked it up, and I am not sorry that I picked this. I was thinking like, it's a little plain, maybe I'll get something shimmery. No girl, no. Like, once I swatched it in the store, I was like, no, there's a reason I've gone through like 3 of them because I love the shade, so had to pick that up. Otherwise, for my eyeshadows, I have been using mostly Lorac. I've been using these palettes like crazy. Not only the original, I have mentioned that the 2 and the 3 are my go-tos out of all of them. Like, this has definitely seen more damage. This has definitely seen better days. The number 1 is the one that I tend to kind of ignore the most, but even this one I've been reaching for. And more than that, I recently rediscovered my love for the Mega Pro 2. This is what I'm wearing on my lids today. I'm literally wearing 2 eyeshadows. I have this all over the lid, this as my outer corner and crease shade. I mean, that looks nothing like that, right? But it's beautiful. I love it. So yeah, that's all I'm wearing today, and I love this look. So rediscovered my love for that. I also love like the forest green in there, the goji, like there's so many beautiful shades in that. But what kind of inspired all of that, well, what was inspired by that is my most recent Lorac purchase, because I caved. I bought the Pro 4 because it's beautiful. I mean, I hate this disgusting pink packaging. Ugh, it's not, I'm not a Barbie doll pink, baby pink. This is not my deal. But the colors inside, I can put up with the ugly pink for it. You know what I mean? Like, I could live. But these shades, girl, like these 2 right here, immediately swatched them when I got it. This one also. Steel Wool, Sugar Cookie, Light Sage is one of the main reasons I bought it. Denim, I mean, it has such unique colors, unlike so many other palettes that are released right now. It has some warms, it has some cool tones. I think it's perfect because you're not like all sunset orange freaking colors, not all grays and blues. Like, you have a nice mix here. This one, this plum, is just like a gorgeous, like, I don't even know, pinky plummy. Look at that. It's just beautiful. They're creamy. Yes, they do have some fallout. Lorac in general tends to be a bit powdery. I can live with that. If you can put up with Anastasia's formula, you can put up with Lorac. Girl, trust me. And the best thing about this one was the price tag, because it's originally $59. It recently went on sale for $44, and I was about to buy it at $44 when I realized, nah, I better wait for my next paycheck. Decided to wait, and girl, oh, this thing went down to $35. $35. On top of that, there was a 20% off Prestige brands coupon at Ulta. So I got 20% off of that, and I had $14 in Ulta points. So I got this for like 15 bucks. That's like a 75% discount. Yes, girl. I am proud of myself because I did it. You know what I mean? It just kind of all magically worked out, and yeah. I was real broke, but I still managed to splurge, but not like crazy splurge, and it was worth it, so there you have it. Okay, last couple of favorites. I do want to mention a mascara. I've been using this. Actually, I need to get rid of her because I started using her in August. I know for a fact I was going to test it throughout the month to see if I loved it, and then I just kept using and using and using. This is the Lash Accelerator from Rimmel London. Yeah, Accelerator Endless. This thing separates my lashes so nicely. I can use it by itself. I can use it with other mascaras. If something's too clumpy, this will just kind of zhuzh through and separate everything. I love it. It also kind of does make my lashes look a little bit longer. You do have excess product, just wipe it off. And girl, you're good to go. Love the bristles, love the formula. It's just lovely. So I need to repurchase that. Alright. I do have a couple of fails I want to mention because, man, they sucked. So first off, this Maybelline, what is it? What are you called? It's in the shade Believer. I don't remember what the formula is called. Alright, Super Stay Matte Ink. This thing sucked so bad, you guys. No joke. I got to work, applied it, went outside to clock in on stage, and my boss was like, what are you wearing on your lips? And I was like, why? She's like, girl, it's falling apart. It literally, like, dried in the most horrendous way. It was crackly, it was peeling, like my lips weren't even dry, but this thing was still falling off. From the time it took me to walk from the back room to the front of the store to the cashier to clock in, like it lasted less than 2.5 seconds. Just completely, I don't know if I got a dud, I don't know what happened, but I haven't wanted to try it ever since because it was like bunching up. It got real nasty real quick, and I haven't gone back since. Like I used it one time, was like, nope, never again. Went back to the break room, took it off, applied a different lip that day. My boss was like, yeah, I don't know what you were wearing the first time, but it was bad, girl. Yeah, it was nasty. Then we've got the oil-free makeup remover, eye makeup remover from Target. I usually love Target's like knockoff versions of stuff. This is supposed to be the same as the Neutrogena. Honestly, this is nothing but oil. I don't know what they're talking about with the oil-free claim because it leaves your fingers so oily. It's disgusting. And a little bit just soaks through the cotton round and through your hand. Like it's just, it gets everywhere real quick, real nasty. Don't recommend that. And last fail, this is the Tarte Tartist gel liner. It's not such a bad formula, it's just messy. Like no matter how I applied it, it just got messy, it got all over the place. Every time I've used it, I look at my hands after putting it down and I'm like, how? It has a little like dish. How did I get it all over myself? I don't understand it, but this magically gets all over the place. Like it has that little dish so you can like use your angled liner brush, just kind of zhuzh it around and then apply, but it makes a mess. It's just no bueno. And if you're not careful, it can splatter on you. It's just too dangerous for me. I can't handle that. So those are my fails. For random favorites, I have a pair of, well, it's not a pair of ears, but it is. It's this cute little headband. I have been loving this thing. I got it because it was on sale at Forever 21 for like $3 after Halloween. I was like, yeah, that's cute. So I've been wearing those a lot as I get ready lately. Music, I want to mention a couple songs. So I've been in love with, is it 30 Seconds to Mars? Walk on Water. What is it? The other one, oh, I forgot his name, Labyrinth. It's called Jealous. And then Logic 1-800-273-8255 with Alessia Cara. Love those songs. Like literally, especially Jealous has been on my playlist like over and over and over and over like crazy. So that's everything, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful, helpful, interesting. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one.